Today is Doing Both. How Cisco captures today's profit and drives tomorrow's growth. The author is Inder Sidhu. Let me take you through the premise of the book, a little background on Inder, little update on Cisco, and then we will dive into the content. It is an intriguing concept, this concept of doing both, and it's a fascinating read. In your handout, I am on the very top, if you're following along, the premise of the book. In Doing Both, Cisco Senior Vice President Inder Sidhu explains why doing both is today's best business strategy. A trap that ensnarls a lot of companies is the belief that when confronted with two divergent options, an organization must choose, that they have to take one path and abandon another. For example, focus on innovation and new business at the expense of core business, or in stressing discipline to a process, they must sacrifice flexibility, or to focus on customers, you must ignore partners. Cisco believes there is a better way, doing both. Instead of choosing one thing to the exclusion of the other, what if you could do both, each for the benefit of the other? And then he gives some examples that are outside of business that when I first started to read this book, this is what really brought it home for me. I've always been fascinated by choice. I've been fascinated by paradox. I've been fascinated by what happens when one road is taken and not the other. And so what was so fascinating and intriguing to me about this book is maybe I've been spending my time and energy on the wrong thing. Doing both isn't the goal. Doing one or the other isn't the goal. Perhaps doing both. So here's some examples that brought it home for me. Ecosystem depend on prey and predator. Gymnasts on strength and flexibility. In sports, you win with both offense and defense. The yin and the yang. Could you tell I lost my place real quick? The yin and the yang. Jim Collins and Jerry Porras, well, we all know about the yin and the yang, but in their book, Built to Last, they spent some time on this concept of the yin and the yang, that you really need both separately. If you were to mesh the yin and the yang, then you lose the strength that one balanced with the other brings you. So that is the premise of he challenges us. He said, if doing both can span the Golden Gate Bridge and connect Cisco to millions around the world, imagine what it can do for you. Doing both works in business. I believe it applies even more broadly and naturally in life. Millions of us strive to succeed at the office and in home, to live for today and to plan for tomorrow, to provide our children with roots to keep them grounded and wings to help them soar. He says, I am a son in the East, S-O-N, son. I am a son in the East and a father in the West. I aim to respect tradition and to embrace progress, to fulfill my emotional needs and to nurture my intellect. Doing Both by Inder Sidhu. It is an intriguing concept and a fascinating read.